Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to RimWorld Survival. So, last episode we finished off the reactor raids, or whatever you want to call them. So this episode, what I'm planning on doing is prepping to go save my relatives. So what I'm going to do is, I think Aggro and Acid are going to be the people that I set out to go rescue Seed. One ranged, one melee, capable of, whatever they need to be doing. What I'm going to do right now is to have Hired Gun come down here and help to grab everything that needs to be grabbed from the kill box so that I can incinerate it much more quickly. I'm trying to tidy up the base to have it be decent and workable quickly. That way we can get things back to normal. So what I'm planning on doing is anything I want to keep, anything smeltable, I'm going to load into Caravan and just dump somewhere into the base. And then I will Molotov everything I possibly can. So here we go. I also want to deliver some care packages to my neighbor that I've offended. They were offended because, I kind of betrayed them taking Yumiko. Alright, so taking a look in here, all that's left that I've not yet, okay, yeah, we're good now for that kill box area. It's all been grabbed. Alright, but there's still more. Kazumi is no longer pigging out. That's good. So let's put the lavish meals back. And the first thing I want to do is to get rid of so many of my broom rats. I don't really need them anymore. So anyone that is not bonded goes. I'm also a little worried about, continually adding bonded animals. Because I don't want to get bonded animals killed or whatever. There's a big penalty for that. And there's not a lot of benefit to bonding. I mean, nuzzling, sure, whatever. But honestly, the amount of nuzzling that you're going to expect to do on average is not that great. So I'm just getting all this set up because I think it's important to give birth. Compacted steel, but nowhere useful. All right, Hired Gun needs a break. I'll pick on someone else. Alright, Stormy, you are going to do the same thing. Hired Gun, you're good. And Stormy, I'm actually going to have you go around with Molotov Cocktail. So one thing I want to do is let's stop firefighting. So there's no expectation of fight fires. And I'm going to start firebombing all these corpses. I know some of the cables that I have laid out are going to get burned up, but I don't care. It's way easier to replace a few conduit than deal with metric tons of corpses. And all the turrets that I have out here are all uranium, so they're not going to be flammable. Electrical short in our outpost, no big deal. We have fire foam laid out everywhere. All right. Where else is there stuff? There's a little revolver here. That's kind of... We're getting a little far, but that's okay. As long as you... Oh, no, your radiation is building. I should beeline back. Pods are done. Unfortunately, we just gave birth to 2 more boom rats, so they'll be in the next care package. I'm planning on sending a whole lot of care packages up to... Oops, no. Up to Eos to try to get them friendly again. Alright, and... $11 will continue the trend. No, what are you doing? Forceware, you're... I don't know what you're doing. Alright, don't cremate these, just burn them. Come on, you gotta aim a little bit better than that. Meet me halfway. Alright, where else? Some over here. How's your health? Minor? Okay, you're gonna need to turn back. Come on, just cremate the dude. Oh. Cremate the one right next to... There we go. Hide in room, hire gun. Sorry, hire gun. I feel like I failed you at to some degree. Alright, remove from caravan, and let's put all your stuff back. As far as assignments go, let's clear forest. Most of the bodies around the base have been dealt with. Not all, but most. One other thing, checking north power. So we have severed power here. I figured we did, because we've been running a little low on power. And then I'm going to add these to home zones so that we can actually repair them, because we've had a broken windmill for a long time now. And Jane's, nope, you are fairly irradiated. Hired gun is gone crazy. Tony, you're gonna go replace some stuff. Oh, there's also bodies up here that I want cremated so I don't have to see them. And there's stuff out the east that I haven't, I didn't take into consideration either. Alright, next up, let's get that conduit built. I'm gonna launch this. I don't care if we're missing some. Alright, they're at -6. That should be pretty easy to push over the line, over the edge. I'll let Jane's finish that one statue, and then I'm going to stop statue making and send a big old gift bag. Alright, another thing I want to do is remove this area from pathing so that we don't end up, you know, getting injured or whatever. Alright, so the next will be Boom Rat 23 and 22. As well as insect meat. Let's see here. Light leather. Yayo. Go juice. Yayo. We're going to give them a bunch of free stuff. The statues. We have an unfinished marble. That's fine. We'll install it maybe in the hospital or something like that. Yes. That should be enough to make them neutral to us. Let's go ahead and move some of these turrets around so that we don't have to walk on them while moving around the base here. Cleared walkways definitely allows you to move quicker. So I sold the broom rats that weren't bonded so that we're not using up so much food. Some rice. So I don't have to constantly be, you know, taking care of them, essentially. Alright, transport pods are done. This gets us plus 20 with them. Cool. We have a little bit of goodwill. I can keep sending gifts if I want. Oh, there's the statue that got finished. Alright, Stormy. You are so happy. How about you haul a crazy amount of rice, putting it up in the kitchen so we can cook a little bit quicker with it. So, the quest. Seed needs rescue in 3.4 days, and Rennick needs rescue in 15. Seed, it was not obvious what the rescue requirements were. They were sort of hidden to us, so I need to make sure that I have, you know, a force ready to deal with whatever it might be. This shelf, let's do critically important steel so that we can actually make components again. And I would really, really like to get some clothing out too. Starvation. Hired gun. Well, that's his own fault. Those cargo pods sounded really close. Some fox fur. Nice, I guess. So our steel stockpiles are recuperating, for sure. Now that we've reconnected the north and repaired that wind turbine, I can turn off the extra powered generators, the chem fuel powered generators. We don't need them as much anymore. I can clean up my limited radiation zone. Another thing I wanted to do is let's add a home zone back to this area that has overhead mountain. Because we could tidy it up a little bit. I'm also going to need to replace some cables. Our hired gun's back with us. Did you eat? You want... No, I will not offer you anything. Sorry. I know you needed help, but I don't care. Alright, Sev, I think I'm going to need to use you to round up some more loot, caravanning it securely, and burning corpses. Not necessarily the sexiest of jobs, but someone's got to do it. So let's have him rendezvous down here. Drop his heavier stuff. And we'll start... Oh, wrong place. We'll start a caravan. So I'm just trying to set the base back to basically 0 before I go and go on any quests or anything like that. More cargo pods out on... Not anywhere useful to me, I don't think. Yep, not anywhere useful to me. Alright, how's my minor 30? Okay, I can't do that with Simp anymore. Who's next? Hired gun. You're all sorts of stress, so I won't use you. Puppy. Alright, Poppy the Popster. Here we go. On campaign removing corpses. Don't inject the go juice, load it. All of the items on the map are all adding to my colony wealth, so that is why I'm so militant about dealing with them, smelting them, etc. Because I don't want an unbelievably wealthy colony. I know this is chump change, more or less, but you know, it's the continuing effort to try to clear the map of junk and the like, which gets you closer to, you know, a reasonable wealth level. Alright, there's even more corpse clearing. Oh, unfortunately this one didn't fully burn. That's okay. Well, most of the stuff around the base has been dealt with. There's still some stuff out there, but as you can see, there is a bit of a wealth dip here, and that is from efforts of cleaning up. So before I go to rescue Seed, I'd like Aggro to replace... Oh, he's already done a considerable amount of it. I was going to say replace some of the components. I'm going to bring these down to 8, and then he'll work on dusters, because Jane's right now is wearing a parka. Making it pretty obvious I need a duster. Alright, let's go ahead and suspend this. Janes, you're going to have to find something else to do. In fact, I can give you something else to do. Steal mine. So we still have some relatives to save. Seed the Sheriff here is pretty close, but unknown danger, which makes me a little uneasy. I mean, it's okay, but a little uneasy. Lavish meals should be forever. There we go. Using those eggs up. Getting some nice dusters made. Maybe James changes his clothes at some point. And then I'll go rescue Seed and Rinnick, and then build the ship. So I have to be very protective of my constructors and their amount of radiation, because they're inevitably going to get quite irradiated building this ship. In fact, somehow we built a giant roof over them, over the entire reactor. I don't know how we managed that, but ugh, kind of wish we hadn't. Ooh, Masterwork Duster. Come on, James. You're letting Cefalu wear it? That actually bothers me a little bit. I'm not hating on Cefalu, I just... no. Okay. Clearing forests, and... we are good to go. Alright, so now as you can see, we have a lot of idle people. Acid and Aggro. Do you both fit into one pod, or do I need to send 2? I probably almost certainly need to send 2. Okay, that's fine. I can afford it. Aggro and Acid. Do I have any beds? No. Alright, so here's what I'll do, is I'm going to make 3 bedrolls from plain... How much plain fur do I have? Yeah, I have plenty. Alright, 3 excellent bedrolls. That will do. Because of how cold it is, I don't really need survival meals. As soon as Acid puts that down, okay, we're good. I'm sending 3 so that we can walk her home. Aggro, you should probably switch guns with someone that has maybe hired gun. That has longer range in case I need it. No, legendary, it's a legendary. I forgot about that. Alright. Let's get you, let's have me stop messing around and... Yes, we'll get there. Okay, so we are going to bring 1 pack of survival meals, some regular meals, and 2 wake up, 2 tea, 4 medicine, and for whatever reason I can only find 2 bedrolls. Even though there's very clearly 3 here. Whatever. Not gonna sweat it. Yo, don't stand around out like there. Okay, here we go. Launching. Drop at edge. In case we need backup, I should get transport pods rebuilt quickly. Alright, so wife of Semph is here. She needs some medical attention. I'm going to dig my way into this cave for cover while Acid rescues her. Fine. You want to eat food? He's being obnoxious. Alright, seed. And of you guys, Aggro is actually not a half bad doc. So we'll assign you to doctoring and tend. There didn't seem to be any danger here, which is great. Rescuee joins. So that also means that Semph, Mr. Semph, you are going to get hired guns bed. Semph. And the hired gun, you're going to take one of these. Don't know how she was fully bruised, but she's a misogynist. Oh, that's going to be a little awkward for Semph, but whatever. Actually, that's more awkward. That's all sorts of weird. World. Let's go reform caravan. We're going to have to carry her home. And we got her. Alright, so if we want Rennick, which is the last relative that requested help, I'm going to need to build another of these double beds. And because Acid is going to be, you know... Acid's girlfriend or whatever. It looks like incendiary launchers and chain shotguns are not on the list here. So chain shotguns and incendiary launchers will get smelted down. There we go. Gonna organize the room a little bit nicer. We sort of whipped it up haphazardly as an urgent thing. There we go. So Symph, rescued seed. That'll make you happy. I guess, Janes, when you wake up, we'll have you work on that bed. Now, I'm going to be adding shooters to my colony, so, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to forbid these 2 sniper rifles and add smelt sniper rifle to the list here. And then add assault rifles to the list as well, and keep 2 of these assault rifles forbidden as well. So 99 and 93. And I'll just have to remember not to allow all. Alright, so they're on their way here. Sumi, what's got you in a nut? Bunch of your kin died. Entombed underground I can actually help you with. Just go stand here. No, it ain't much. In fact, if you're just standing around, hit the smoke leaf, hit the T, and just stand there until I forget about you. Yumiko should be pretty soon to be recruited. Mood, she's been broken, or whatever you want to call it. She's gonna need one of these beds. Okay, so we got an excellent bed. This is going to be Acid's. Once Acid's home, Acid is away right now. With any luck, I'm not going to get too irradiated. Alright, so let's check your needs. Wow, your outdoor refilled are real slow. I think because it was not true outdoors. It was like under a roof or whatever. I don't know. Don't really care. It's not like I'm going to march people around in the radiation to make them happier. That's just dumb. Why are we wearing this synthread parka? Why is anyone wearing it? So for Simon's here, no tighter clothing. I'm going to take parkas off. It's not cold enough to warn them, and they offer really, really, really bad protection. You guys ran out of food, but you didn't. Checking your needs. Seed, you are going to be allowed anything. Someone will eat that survival meal. Probably Acid. He's the hungriest. Symph should no longer be allowed lavish meals. He's been eating these lavish meals with me failing to notice this whole time. So, all right, you know what? Cephalo can wear the parka. That doesn't so much matter. We're gonna have plenty of steel. I can aim to clean up some of these outside zones. They're like pockmarked everywhere. It's quite a fight. Man, those reactor raids were brutal. Enjoyable though. I mean, I did have a lot of fun I'd never fought in a reactor raid fight like this one, where I was restricted very strictly to the sort of, you know, what I was able to build and lay out. Alright, those guys are going to need a little bit of a food supply. So I'm going to send 5 more lavish meals and the bed. Seems a little wasteful, but I want to make it so that they could get back easily and without stress, because I'm going to redeploy them for the rescue of Rinnick. I'd also, at some point, should think about running caravan out to Eos, seeing what there is to buy. All right, so Kazumi, the architect, I'm going to have you on limited radiation. Not you, Starmie. It's a little bit of a problem there, isn't it? I don't know how that ended up getting roofed without me noticing, but let's hope I can solve that issue. I hope this doesn't crush. It might. Alright, Yumiko just joined. Alright, so now that doesn't have an overhead roof. That's very, very good. As far as restrictions go, everybody is going to go back on no rads. Yumiko, you are going to be renamed. One of my patrons wanted to claim Yumiko. So Faustina, you are a quick sleeper wimp, psychically sensitive. You do construction. So let's get this set up. Everybody can be firefighting again now that I'm not purposely letting corpses on fire. Construction and growing and plant cutting are some of your passions. That's perfect, because that's something we would need. And nice. You are going to be sleeping down here. And yeah, we welcome, I guess. Adding to our population. Let's see. You also, so you're a wimp, but I'm gonna give you an assault rifle, and hopefully you won't get shot at too much. Looks like I might need an extra helmet too. I'll have to think about that. So, the ship here, I'm going to need to... I'd like to add an engine there, but is it possible? Yeah, it's actually possible. I'd have to mess with my, mess with some stuff. 2 deep infestations. Cool. That's a good start. Let's get everyone parked around here. Power this on. So follow, you look really strange. All right, 11, bridge the gap. Don't pop up on hired gun, please. Good. Actually, go stand back there. All Alright, here we go. Turret off. Cool. This will give us the insect meat, much needed to feed ourselves. Find meals. So I am not going to make kibble. I'm just going to feed them the bugs. Only Tony got hurt. And nothing serious. So she's going to go rest. And we're immediately back to cooking bugs. Oh, nope, there's a... Oh, no, this is a raid at my outpost. Longshank. Well, Longshank, you've got a long run, so good luck. Wow, my rescuer's taken a very, very long time. Alright, so the electric stove here. Find meals, yep, back on the menu. These should include in the insect meat. Alright, Safalu, I'm going to make you clean up this mess. If you don't fight, the least you could do is clean up after us. Man, you guys taking a very long time. She'll be unconscious when she zones in. Faustina, who do you like so far? You like your daughters. I guess that makes sense. Tony, you've been very much healed up. Good. The dude is getting shot at. Oh, he's dead. Time slowed down. That's the way I could tell that there's a fight. Let's switch these over to, how's my beer supply? Let's go back to hops and heel root. So a little heel root and a little smoke leaf as well. Alright. That should keep our little community rolling. Guess I can open those vents. There's no point not to. Aggro is back. So what I need to do is... Aggro, you got the legs. I need to create a new zone. It's kind of obnoxious that they're back on that side of the map. But whatever. I mean, can't be helped. So, very reminiscent to the rescue of the Faustina. You are going to rescue Seed. Alright, you know what? You're going to be unrestricted and rescuing her. I'm sure the path that we take is going to be really, really dumb. But I don't want to fight the AI pathing. God, there's so many dead bodies out here. Alright, it's too dumb for me. I am going to fight the pathing. Alright, so over here... I'm just very crudely going to make it so that you could rescue her. No, don't do that. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Super irradiated, but that's good enough. Okay, cool. At least we're not running around the long way. So she's back, and Seed's going to be very, very happy. Or, Semph is going to be very happy as a result. I hope. Alright, you are going to go on no rads. A job very well done. It kind of warms my heart to see them all celebrating, playing billiards and pool and or poker rather, and just relaxing for once. I mean, there's not a lot of relaxing that gets done in this community, so when I see some, it makes me smile, because the people here lead rough lives. So any sort of respite from the how rough it is nice. So we got 5 meals back on the menu. Let's make sure everybody's eating the correct meals here. And I suppose, Seed, I need to give you some work so you also plant and grow and sort of construct, but not really. And your eventual bed will be with Semph over here. And then aggro, you're going to be with Kazumi, but you would have self-assigned that, I'm sure. Acid, you're next. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. Alright, instead of rest, he's like, but I deserve some. It's like, no, dude, I know. You do deserve rest, but I can't give it to you. I'm going to have him make some clothing because we are falling a little bit behind on our tailoring. I think. Let me double check these bills. So the toques are 90, 90, 90. Okay, yeah, it's just the dusters. Need material, and that would be my fault. I need to allow for cloth. What I can do is make a bunch of dusters for trade, too. Dusters actually do sell pretty well. So let's craft 13 dusters. How's that? He's like, no, my fingers. All right, as far as restrictions go, medical tab, I think everybody can be unrestricted to limited. And we're going to start to get the ship together as a result. Oh. That is something I hadn't thought of. So the issue is Faustina really can only be home unless I get a pain stopper. Because any sort of radiation makes her collapse. That's really going to be sort of obnoxious. But alright, so she'll be homing it with us. Man, she collapsed real quick. She did not make it far at all. Not more babies. Unfortunately, Crook and Menchu are male and female, and they're going to keep popping out boom babies. I'm going to need a new spot for my serums. So let's do copy artifacts, copy settings. Where does my power run? Marble? I can put them in here and route power away. Nice and central. Shouldn't be any sort of issue. Oh no, don't you be flirting. You got Rinnick, dude. I'm gonna rescue Rinnick. Don't be flirting. There'll be punishments for that. Alright, so now we need a lot of resources, plasteel and the like, to build the rest of the ship. But I'm just about out of time, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this rescue episode. And the rescues will continue next episode. If you have tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. I also wanted to say that the poll for the next Twitch Toolkit series that replaces Survive the Swarm is up on Rhadamant.com. So if you're watching this the day it came out, go vote. Rhadamant.com. Thank you. Catch you all later. Adios.